Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
I know all the comedians and actors' secrets. Who's gay? Jamie Foxx. I can only say it because I can tell you the name of the dude he fucked.
Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. 13 years old. He'd be in one part of the house. He'd be like, can I, nigga, go back in there. You can't, the fuck back in there. You can't come in here. And he'd be like this, right? He slept on the couch.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information knowledge and your secrets. I know all the comedians and actors' secrets. Who's gay? Jamie Foxx. I can only say I name of the DI Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch, 13 years old. He be in one part of the house he can I. Underscore underscore, go back in there you. Underscore underscore, back in there you can't come in here, he like this right. He slept on the couch guys, it looks like things are getting worse and worse. With every passing second for Sean Diddy comes, the man just can't catch a break. And honestly, he doesn't even deserve to have one with all of the stuff that's coming out about him first. It was the whole disgusting lawsuit with Cassie. And he tried to push that under the carpet through a settlement. Then he came in the spotlight again, with many other alleged victims speaking out. And the story didn't end there. He also got some recent visits from Homeland Security and the FBI. And along with that, there are many celebrities out there who are writing whole memoirs about the he's been pulling. But while these celebrities are safe and sound for now, there are some who have come onto Puff's radar. Yep, you guessed it, our man, Jamie Foxx, apparently knew a lot about Diddy and his weird freak-off parties. When Jimmy decided to talk about what used to go down at these parties, Puffy didn't like it one bit. And when Puff doesn't like something, he takes quick action to get rid of it. Apparently, that's precisely what he did with Jamie. But how do we know all of this? Well, it's none other than the infamous Katt Williams, who's finally exposing him for how the rapper tried to sacrifice Foxx now. I know I've probably got you overwhelmed with all of this chaotic news. So let's start from the beginning. Back in the day, when Combs used to host his infamous parties, frequently Jamie Foxx was one of the regular attendees. He was right there in the midst of the glitz and glamour, rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in the industry. However, as time passed, James' perspective on these gatherings began to shift. No longer content with keeping Diddy's secrets under wraps, he started to open up about what really went down at these parties, from wild antics to scandalous behavior. James didn't hold back. He spoke openly about the excesses, the debauchery, and the questionable activities that took place behind closed doors. His revelations sent shockwaves through the industry, challenging the carefully curated image that Diddy had cultivated for himself. This one time, Jamie Foxx decided to show Sean how to have a blast without breaking the bank. So in one of his chats with Stephen Kobar, he reminisced about his wild times with Diddy, the guy known for throwing those over-the-top million dual bashes. Jamie talked about this one party he attended in Miami, where everything was top-notch celebs, models, yachts, choppers, you name it. But he thought it was all a bit much. So what did he do? Well, he straight up told Puff, "I'm like you out of your mind." And I said, "Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. Now that's confidence right there. Imagine Jay's version of a party, a budget-friendly bonanza that still packs a punch. And just from this snippet of a conversation between these two, you'd understand how Foxx has really seen it all. And he's not just making up stories. Anyway, Puff Daddy actually took him up on his challenge and jetted off to Los Angeles to check out James' budget-friendly bash firsthand. So what was his secret recipe for throwing a killer party on a shoring budget? He spent $200 on grub and booze, another $100 on a DJ, and then topped it off with another $100 for a cleaning lady. Jimmy rounded up his crew from the comedy circuit, including heavyweights like Dave Chappelle, Cedric the Entertainer, and Eddie Griffin. He even threw in some talented musicians and singers for good measure. And get this, Jamie had his own studio right there in his crib, where he could lay down some tracks. The result, a legendary night of pure, unadulterated fun that went on till the break of dawn. His party was off the charts, and Diddy was totally blown away by how much he could enjoy himself without dropping a fortune. Plus, to top it all off, he even laid down a track with Jamie in his studio. And guess what? It ended up becoming a smash hit now. That's what I call turning a challenge into a triumph. That song was called Blame It. Foxx revealed that song went #1 for 16 weeks in a row. You know what's cool? Even after that epic party showdown, Jim's still keeping the vibe alive, with some occasional shindigs at his place. But here's the kicker, they're a bit more chill now, compared to the wild days of why Jim's learned a thing or two from him about how to craft those unforgettable moments. For his guests, he taught me the ropes when it comes to throwing parties, Jamie shared. And you know what, he showed me how to make people feel like VIPs. I'm following Puff, and his parties were like amazingly in Philly one day. I fly to Philly town car, same business go up. But Puff say this party, Playboy this party right here, and they were really close. And he used to have these things called butt naked basketball games, okay? He would invite over a lot of like Hollywood elite to his house for a basketball game. But it was men only, and they would be like, oh, we're just going to get naked and play basketball. Was like, oh haha, if you want to know, like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years. Like you can only imagine how good of a friend you'd have to be to someone to get invited to play outdoor sports completely naked. But now things have changed. Well, he's on a mission to expose the rapper. Many old clips of him talking about Puff have resurfaced. One of the clips was Foxx dishing some serious dirt about a run-in he had with Diddy back in the day. So apparently Jamie talked about how he tried to jump him, why well it all went down. Because Jamie cracked a joke about P. Daddy's then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez. So you know that with time their bond weakened, and he started to really see Puff for who he is. And once all that stuff started coming out about Shuckums AK Puffy things started spiraling for Foxx. That's why you never see the product suffer. Because I am the product, that's why he never is nowhere re-upping. 'Cause he is reap, I mean, do you remember that crazy time when Jamie had that scary health scare? And it was just before Cassie hit Diddy with that huge lawsuit bombshell. Well, guess what? Word on the street says it might have all been cooked up by Combs himself. Katt's dishing out all the juicy details on how Jim ended up fighting for his life. It's like something out of a movie, right? And now it looks like he's finally facing the music. I mean, we've all seen him skating on thin ice for years, but who would have thought it'd get this intense? The stuff people are saying about him now is seriously disturbing. If even a fraction of it's true, he's in deep trouble. It's like his rap sheet makes R. Kelly scandals look like child's play. But wait, there's more. In addition to all the other dirt that's been flying around lately, there's a fresh batch of rumors swirling about Diddy's involvement in James' hospitalization. Crazy. It's like the drama never stops with that guy. And what's worse is that this isn't the first time allegations like these have come up against the rapper. Yet Diddy has been in the hot seat before with these kinds of accusations. People have been gossiping for ages that he might have been involved in some shady stuff, like possibly poisoning his ex Kim Porter. And if that's not enough, there were also rumors flying around about him and Kim's ex-Alb. Be sure it's wild, right? Plus, it's kind of spooky how all these folks like Ander and Heavy D were working on projects about their lives. And then tragedy struck. It's like there's this whole eerie pattern going on, and the parallels between what happened to Al and Jamie are seriously uncanny. They both just collapsed out of the blue and then had this intense battle to survive. And what's really eerie is that neither of them has opened up about what really went down. It's like there's this big mystery surrounding both cases that nobody's been able to crack tonight, speaking out for the first time since a medical scare back in April, but still not disclosing what put him in the hospital. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through later. He must have realized that people are catching on to the fact that he's too quiet. And so he put out a statement. He opened up about his hospitalization in April 2023 in a heartfelt Instagram video. While the reason for his admission wasn't disclosed to his daughter, Karen mentioned he faced a medical complication. Without giving specifics, Foxx expressed gratitude towards his sister, Dedra Dixon, his daughter, and the medical team, crediting them with saving his life. In the emotional video, the 55-year-old singer and actor shared, "I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through, and I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates. But to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man, I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me. And in trying to figure out if I was going to make it through Foxx." Also took a moment to address the rumors that had been circulating about his condition, emphasizing the importance of setting the record straight by being quiet. "Sometimes things get out of hand, people, saying what I got some people said I was blind. But as you can see, the eyes are working just fine. Said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed, but I did go through, I went to hell. And